Hello guys, this is Stray05 bringing you a gameplay video of the new space sim Elite Dangerous. Now this game came out about 2 weeks ago-ish on April 2nd, and prior it was in beta, but basically what I'm going to be showing you is a little bit of what goes on in trading. And first up, what we have is we have some, let's see, what do we got here? Resonating separators. I got about 112 here that we need to deliver to a base over in, let's see, Ross 709. And I think, what is the base's name? There we go. The base's name is Reisman Settlement. Okay, so right now we're in a hangar and we're going to go ahead and launch. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is actually a manual docking and manual docking procedure. You enter and exit landing, but there is a module that allows you to auto dock.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retrieved.
So here, I'm actually playing on a private server for now. Maybe later on I'll go into the public channel, but these are all NPCs right now. They're all waiting their turn, and I am impatient, so I said, fuck you. I'm just gonna go straight out. Now, first things first, you do have to make a jump to get from star system to star system, strangely enough, and you basically have to look at the target, or near the target, and down in the bottom right there is a thing that's called mass lock.
Scan detected.
That will not let me jump until until that little blip goes away. See, it just goes away, and I'm gonna hit my J here, and this is my frame shift drive, and charging in the middle. When that gets full, I'll be able to make my first jump. Now, the one thing that I actually like a lot of this. A lot of this game is really nice. The scale, the graphics, the entire bit of it is just amazing to me, and I love playing this thing. Oh god. Okay, so well, now we have to turn around. If you take a look to the left of my big mini map, to the top left of it, there's a tiny little bubble that has a little pink looking dot in it. That tells me where my next jump is going to be. So I'm just going to immediately make this next jump, and we're on our way. But yeah, the thing about this game is when you make a jump, it jumps you right next to the goddamn sun. And that can be really annoying. But then again, it does kind of, you know, keep you from walking away from your computer. But whatever. And if I could open my cockpit, I could have toasty bacon after I'd make a jump. So, you know, there's that. Now, the different suns, for me, they don't mean a whole lot. But to people with something like a fuel scoop, it can increase or decrease their fuel scooping efficiency, I guess is what you want to call it.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're just gonna finish this third jump here, and we'll lock on to the station as when we enter the place, when we enter the system. Now, the big worry that I have right now is I'm carrying about 600,000 credits worth of trading materials. The thing I really don't want to happen is somebody interdicting me. And what interdicting is obviously they're just going to pop up and try and pull my ship out of what's called Super Cruise mode, which is what I'm in. It brings me down to a slower, extremely slower speed, and allows them to open up on me, and try and blow me up. I have to get, whenever that happens, I have to get away from them. But let's go ahead and find the settlement that I'm supposed to deliver this stuff to. There it is. I'm going to lock onto that. I am going the completely wrong way. The way you can tell is that the little pink dot there, if you noticed, it was there was a hole in the middle of it. When there's a hole, that means it's behind you. So I was going the wrong way. So I think my biggest gripe here, though, is how long it actually takes to dock. By the way, I absolutely love this free look thing. I really hope that you can start getting out and whatnot, jumping in other people's ships. Now, I had to slow down here because otherwise I'd just jump right past this thing. But I really hope that other people are going to be allowed to get into other people's ships. As it is right now, you basically are stuck inside whatever ship you have. You can buy other ships, and then you're stuck in that one, and then until you buy another one or switch out to another one. But other than that, it's not too bad. I have read that they are planning on adding NPC crews, so like in a 2-3 person vessel, like say the Anaconda, if you ever check out the cockpit for that thing, it has 2 other empty seats right next to you. I expect that they'll have some NPC people there. Okay, so now that we're getting close to the settlement, if you take a bottom left, that's the distance and the speed that I need to be to actually jump into the area that the settlement is in. Now, this is the only part about this that I absolutely don't like, is how dang slow you have to be going to actually jump into the area. I don't know what I was doing there. But what I typically do is I wait until like my speed at the bottom there gets to like 700 kilometers per hour, and then I boost all the way up. It'll keep me underneath the 1 megameter speed limit, but allowed me to get there a little faster. So I'm going to jump down. J is the same thing. Go and jump down into the little sector, I guess is what you would call it. And now I need to get within 7.5 kilometers of the settlement here. And I need to ask them to dock.
Docking request granted.
And they granted me docking. They granted my docking request. And now I gotta find out where the hell I'm gonna dock at. There are only some specific areas that are actually docking based, so like this one, I'm pretty sure it's on the top, but it could actually be on the other side, which is kind of annoying. Looks like it might be on the other side. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and slow down there since I'm getting pretty close to the station already. And yeah, there it is. Docking Bay 3. I'm going to deploy my landing gear here. This will slow me down a little bit more. Maybe not fast enough. Hello?
Landing gear
Stop!
deployed.
No! Okay, well, I overshot it. And here's the little docking HUD to help me out here now. So I'm going to slowly lower and back up. Yes, you actually do have to face the right position. And the proximity alert doesn't really help much.
Docking
Just saying that
successful.
here.
Engines
Anyway.
disengaged.
That was my first little leg of this race, because it's very nice to actually go and do trades. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to refuel. I'm going to go to commodities market. I'm going to find my cargo, which is right here. And if you take a look over here, I had bought this for about 55,042 per item, and I'm going to be selling it for 6,615. So this is going to be a huge profit. You'll see it down here in a moment. let's see, I'm going to get 120,000 profit off of this. Now that might not seem like a lot since I paid like 680,000 or something strange like that for it, but honestly, it's pretty good. And the fact that you can do this multiple times, go back and forth between it, is a real big boost. So I'm going to sell this off, and then I want to go back to the same place I was, but I want to find something to sell. Ugh, that's going to be expensive. Now, the big problem here that I'm pretty much going to have is the fact that this costs a lot. Basically, I'm risking 1.5 million credits on this, hoping that I'm going to make it back to Netto, which was where I was at, and selling it for a high price.
At maximum capacity.
So I'm down 1.5 million. And the other part is if your ship gets destroyed, you have to pay your cost. So you have to basically pay your insurance to get the same ship. So I'm gonna launch here and we'll get going again. But the problem is I lose all of that cargo. I literally just lose it. It's off in space. Whoever killed me is free to take it. Now, it's considered illegal, obviously, because I'm not wanted or anything. But if they pick stuff up, it'll increase their bounty and whatever. But that's a story for another time. So,
engines engaged.
Create landing gear.
Retracted.
And I'm going to just fly over this. And I did not target anything, so let's go ahead and go back to Netto, which is where this is needed. Okay, so I went the wrong way again. I am a pro. Is that? Anyway. But yeah, I absolutely love the size of these things. Whenever you get closer, those things get huge. And that's kind of like what the sun is. The sun that you saw whenever I made a jump. Oh yeah, I'm mass locked. Whenever I made a jump, that's actually me being ridiculously close to the sun. It drops you right next to it. Now, when you get further away through the Super Cruise mode, it looks a lot smaller. I mean, all these planets look tiny as hell. But you start getting close to them, they start getting huge. And that's what I love. I love the scale. I also probably should take you guys to the Sol system here, but that's probably for another video. I'm going to go to basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Sol system. I'm going to show you guys what a capital ship is. I can't really stay when I go and take a look at it because they get really pissed at me that I'm near a capital ship, one of their capital ships. But the scale is just insane. I mean, it's just some sort of ridiculousness. And I mean, I've never fought one. From what I understand, you can actually go up against a capital ship, but those are in like conflict zones. And again, that's probably for another video. This one's just for the trading. And for those of you who want more combat-oriented thing, I will make another video on this. But what this is just about the trading here. Now, those traders out there, you're gonna start off in a very tiny ship. I probably should have started off this video in it just to give you the aspect of it, but your biggest thing is it is going to be trading, and it really kind of sucks because you really aren't that good in combat. Although I think you can go to nav beacons, and those have a lot of low quote unquote levels enemies there, like basic ships or whatnot. But you might find a lot of player pirates in the actual game, in the actual online servers.
Frameshift drive.
And they can be a real bastard. You might end up with some griefers and whatnot. But basically, what I would recommend is you start off in private server, solo server, whatever you want to call it, and just build up until you have at least a decent combat ship that you like, or a decent trading ship that you like. Once you have that, you go and dedicate your purpose to either one. I actually have two different ships that I have. This one, which is my trading ship, is the Type 6 Lacon. And then the other one is a Vulture, which is a heavy combat ship. It only has 2 hard points for attack, but it also has me going the wrong way. It also the 2 hard points are actually large hard points, which do a lot of damage. So, but again, I'll get on the combat side of things. The biggest thing you want to do when you're doing trading is you want to max out your cargo hold as much as possible. Get as much as you can out of your cargo hold so you can make bigger, less trips, but for more money. You also want to get basically the best frame shift drive that you could possibly have for that ship, and it might take you a few stations to figure out which ones those are, because some stations don't actually carry the right stuff for you. But all in all, it's pretty essential you get the best frame shift drive. It's kind of up to taste if you want to get a shield generator, but the thing is, you want to get a small shield generator because you want to max out your cargo bay. I can show you a little bit of what I mean when I get back to the station here. I'll show you basically my loadout for this. But you want just enough power to power your ship, but not, and doing that, you lessen the amount that your ship weighs, and it increases the distance that you jump and all that, which is really nice. Now, some other things about it is you don't want any hard points. Literally, if you are a transport ship, you are more than likely not ever going to win a combat. If you do, then holy crap, I praise you so much. But from what I've seen, cargo ships, unless they are like the Lacon 9 ship, you're not going to win an engagement. And even then, it's kind of rough. So here I'm coming back to the Icing Vision base. Now this is a little bit of annoying, but if you because it only has one entrance, but if you target the base, let's see,
docking request granted.
But you target the base. If you see my little rotating thing on the left of my minimap here, it has an arrow. That arrow is pointing me towards the entrance. So I know the entrance is over here, because that's basically the look of the station down there. So like this one is pointing directly to it, so if I can come over the lip here, I'll be perfect. But yeah. Now, you notice those green and red lights. In solo and private group play, it's nowhere near as dangerous as necessary to note. But in like online play, those are extremely important, because that determines where you go in at. The green is where you come in at, so outside, I have to come in on this right side here. Where's my 5?
Landing gear deployed.
I'll find it here in a moment. Is that it? No, that's 35. Okay, seriously, somebody's sticking with me. Where is Dock 5? There it is. Aha! I'm not completely hopeless. So we're just gonna lower ourselves down here. But on either side of the docking bay, slow down. On either side of the docking bay, there are little lights. Those are the entry-exit lights.
Docking successful.
But
Engines
I'll go a little
disengaged.
more on that when I do the run again. But I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to sell the palladium that I had picked up from that other place. So let's see here. Here we go. So I bought that for almost 14,000. I'm going to sell it for a little over that. So it's not a big profit. Ugh. I'm not sure if I want to do that one again. But oh well. 46,000. What was the other one? It was like 170,000 or something. I don't know. Well, it's about a 2,000 profit back and forth run. But in any case, I'm going to show you what my little trading ship here has. Let's see, outfitting. So when you go to outfitting, it will put you into the hangar. And what the hangar is obviously allows you to outfit things. But what it also does is it frees up that docking bay right there. As you see it closed off, basically another ship can land there. Okay, so this is basically what I have here. Because I'm not looking for combat, my two actual fighting hard points, these two, I have nothing in them. But these are my auxiliary hard points, utility mounts. Because I don't want to get shot at by like missiles or whatever. I have 2-point defense, one on top, one on bottom. So no matter where I'm getting shot at, if a missile is locked on, I should be able to prevent it from hitting me. And in my other one, I have a chaff launcher. And what that does is it counters something called a gimbaled mount weapon. I'll show you over here. Something like this. What this basically is if you're not, as long as it is in the general vicinity of the center of your screen, this gun will track it. This gun will actually try and track the heat signature of the enemy. Now, some things to counter this is somehow to cool your heat. The enemy cools their heat, in which case this has it's less effective at hitting. It'll have a bigger little wavy thing. Or you can buy what I have, which is a chaff launcher, which fires out little bits behind you or around you, and that just completely throws out the gimbal mount's accuracy for at least like 5 to 10 seconds. Now, what we're going to go over here is you'll notice right away I have just cargo racks out the ass. 32, 32, 16, yeah. You get the point. Now, what I was saying earlier is you more than likely don't want to have a shield generator. Now, I'm not saying that, that's for everybody, but the shield generator just doesn't work out very well because you're looking to maximize your load. So, if I really wanted a shield generator, I'd go down to this cargo rack and I'd look for a shield generator down here, and I'm not even sure there is one. Oh, nope, there it is. Hull too heavy. Huh. Yeah, I think I have to have like grade 3 shield generator or something. Otherwise it won't work. Yeah. But basically you go down the list, like I think I need a 3. And you put the least shield or the lowest shield generator on it. But like I said, you're trying to get the most out of your cargo capacity, so what I've done is I ignored the shield generator. I just dropped it. Now, that does make me a whole lot more vulnerable, and that makes these even more essential, because I will take hull damage if I don't have something to prevent it. Fuel tank, obviously, I need to have enough fuel to get around places, and with the best fuel tank I can get, I think this is it. Huh. Fuel capacity. I'm so confused. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I had a lesser one, that would suck. But It allows me to go further. True, I could get a smaller fuel tank, but the problem with that is I would have to restock more often, or maybe get like a fuel scoop, which I don't really want because again that takes up a cargo spot. Because I mean, yeah, I could go 30 light years, almost 31 light years unladen. But I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference. It makes about one difference completely laden, 1 light year of difference completely, and that's not necessary. Now, sensors, I really haven't done anything with these because honestly, I'm not looking to scan people. I'm looking, and I honestly might just, I would love to just drop this, but it's one of these things that you just can't actually sell. So I'm stuck with the least amount of sensors. I thought about upgrading my power distributor. I'm not totally, whatever the hell that was. I'm not totally sold on upgrading this. I'm not sure about it. I mean, it helps out a little bit, but I'm not. I don't know. I mean, this kind of helps. I think it's nothing crazy, but I might change that in a little bit. Life support. It doesn't really matter if your wait, what this basically does is if your cockpit breaks, which you can do, if you target their cockpit, you can destroy it. And basically what it does is they have to live off this life support here. This, because you see here, oxygen time. This is their emergency oxygen in their helmet, basically. If you don't have, you know, for like a cargo ship, if you have lost your cockpit, you're probably dead. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily the truth. You might escape, and I might actually be willing to go up to this for 730 because it also increases it. You know what? Fuck it. I will. I'm going to buy it. Now, okay. Really quick. This is if you were to buy it without having anything else there. But because this is basically a required system, I have this. Now, what it is I'm selling this for this value. And then I'm buying this for what it's posted. So basically what I've done is I've cut this price down to like 2.2 thousand credits. So I mean you're not paying the entire price out of it, which is really nice, especially if you're really low on money. You don't necessarily have to pay the entire amount. So I'm actually going to get this because this actually increases it a little bit, and it doesn't actually hurt me at all. But this is what I'm talking about. Frame shift drive. You've got to have the best frame shift drive that you could possibly have. It's like all of these. Hey, look, I can't go anywhere with any of these. These are all 16 or lower, 19, 20, little above 20. This is 29. This is 29, 29, 18. This is the best I can get, and this is the one you want. This is the one that will get you the furthest for this ship. And that is exactly what you want. You want to make as few jumps as possible and make it economically, good for you to go. Thrusters, I'm not too sold on these. I think I have the best ones. Question mark? No, I have these. It's probably because it was the best one for what I have. Oh yeah, it's for the weight. That's what it is. These actually give me just enough weight that I can hold on my cargo, and also it keeps me at a very high amount of jump area. These would help, but they're too small. They can't push this big of a ship. Because, see, this is the max I'd be able to push with these engines, and I am well over the limit. And basically nothing else is actually going to increase my stuff. So, but you want to find stuff that will increase the maximum jump range as well as keep your maximum mass just above yourself. Power plant, I'm not too sure on this one. There are some that increase it, but well, I don't know. Maybe this is a good one because it gives me a little bit boost to my jump range, and it puts me at just the basically the minimum amount of power that I would need out of it. Yeah, I might do that. That might be like the best thing I could probably do, because that gets rid of all this excess power that I have. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Increase my jump range just a little bit. Now, here's the big thing. I have a power plant that is significantly bigger than this one. What this is basically going to do is I'm selling it for this and buying it for this, like I said before. So I'm actually getting about 51,000 credits. Now, reduced module performance, it's basically, I'm going down to a lower class. It's not going to perform as well. But I don't need it to perform as well because I only have 6.633 power uses, retract, and deployed. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter for me. So I'm actually going to get this because it boosts this a little. It reduces my power consumption, and that's real nice. Now, there's the other thing. Like I said before, you might not find the stuff that you want at each station. Like this one. It has no armor in it. It has nothing, so I can't show you any of the armor. I'm basically stuck with this unless I go to another station. So, all that aside, this is pretty much my setup. Livery is literally just what you have. Ooh, I'm a peddler now. I'm so pro. Sure, let's go with peddler. These are just decals. These are what basically, these come from combat. These come from trading. There's another one called, that's an explorer sort of thing. I might cover that. I'm not a real fan of it. I might cover that in another episode, but it's basically just your ranking, what people would see you as. A lot of people will only see this because when they're targeting you, it'll show up. But I'll probably point that out in the next video. But I'm just going to apply these because, well, I'm a peddler, apparently. I do not have a paint job. Apparently, those are actually cost money, but they have no effect on your character, on your ship whatsoever. Obviously, just makes it look a little cooler. Anyway, I will probably end this video here. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is in the next video I'm going to show you the vulture. I'm going to take it out on a spin. I'm going to show you, some of the combat. I'm going to show you some of the the abilities about the scanning and whatnot. I'm not going to do any I'm not going to do any pirating because I don't have the cargo for it. I would love to blow ships up and take their cargo, and that's what pirating's about. But until I have a ship that actually has the cargo, I can't show you that. So basically what this is going to be a bounty hunting video for the next one. But I will leave this video here, and thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.